Hey guys, if you're here and this is not your very first video with me, you probably know that I have a really pessimistic view on the economy. I do not understand how we can keep on building up so much debt so quickly and just ignore it like it's not going to come home to roost. There's a counterparty, somebody is owed money, most of it is owed to American citizens, and they just keep on racking up debt. And if there's a problem, they just print new money. It just continually waters down the value of your currency, which is why you're going to see things like commodities rise strongly in prices going forward, and in fact have in most cases. This is our stock pick from January 8th. This is Pixelworks. And please excuse the mess. We're just converting everything. I'm taking my desk over there, my computer, and we're going to be filming videos from there pointing this way. With the background all blurred out, it's going to look wonderful. And I also don't know if you guys have noticed that I've really scaled back dramatically on testimonials and people who are saying great things about us. And we've got plenty of them, but I just stopped putting them out there. You guys know who we are now. You guys have learned enough. You've got a feel for what kinds of things that we're putting out. But nevertheless, once in a while, I get a comment from somebody that is so cool that I'm going to just focus on it right now and tell you guys every single word of this one. This is from Brian Grace. Just wanted to throw a big shout out. Thank you for your continued expertise and time spent making the YouTube videos. I've slated on so many of your stock picks over the last 7 or 8 years. The last few picks have all been knocked out of the park for me. Not sure how you predicted the Pixelworks or Kodak boom, but my hat is off to you. Wonderful comment. Thank you so much, Brian. I loved it. It really gave me a kick in my step. But listen, you asked the question, not sure how you found them. And you guys, I don't know if you believe me, but I'm going through these one by one. It's brutal. This is our stock pick from December 18th. This is Bark Incorporated. But you know how when you're on an airplane, they say, put on your own oxygen mask before you help your kids? It's the same thing with your financial situation. You have to get onto solid footing. Take care of yourself. Make sure that you're in a good place. And from there, you can help the people that you care about. You can help them even more that way. But most of us really are just going along for the ride. You wake up one day and they say, okay, now you're using a CBDC. You wake up one day, they say, oh, we've raised interest rates. They just do whatever they're going to do, and you're there along for the ride, and then you got to decide in that environment. You're not going to be able to affect the overall situation unless you yourself are some high-flying politician. So what you need to do is decide in this situation, what are you going to do? How are you going to profit? How are you going to turn your biggest obstacle into your biggest opportunity? Shout out to Michael Gerber, author of The E-Myth, who said that to me. Said it to a lot of people, and I've used it my whole life. You turn your biggest obstacle into your biggest opportunity. Try it yourself, and then text me below this video and tell me how it went, what you did. But there are ways to fight back against inflation, not having enough emergency money. There's ways to enrich yourself, better yourself with a few $100s. Turn it to a few thousand. That's what we do with the Peter Leeds newsletter. This is our stock pick from January 18th. This is Kodak. And speaking of Kodak, Drew made about $6,000 on the stock while he's sitting in the hot tub. His full testimonial is on screen right now. And we've got plenty of other stock picks that actually had a lot more time to cook, to bake. Ones that we picked last summer, for example, like OPRX. These guys are flying. Most of these stocks that we highlighted today, they're all from January and February. This is the beginning of this year. Imagine if you had coughed up the 55 cents a day, you would have got the benefit of all of this, and you could have taken care of all the problems you have, like, inflation, debt. This is our stock pick from December 8th. This is Energy Services of America. And just so you guys can see why we're one of the top selling financial newsletters of all time, I put part of one of our recent reports below this video so you can check it out. It's stripped out of images because they don't let you put images in the description. And they only let you do about 5,000 words or so. So you're getting about a third of the report that we put out. And I'll show you a few pictures of the renovation just so you can see the actual height that a person in a wheelchair can reach with a paint roller.